He went into the movies again, I see. Leroy. He's a punishment.
Get on up in chair.
Touch the final level.
Cause it's time for the flyers podcast in the rain.
Okay, I was in the position, I definitely belong here. And now that I'm here, I'ma change the game. I've always been here, I'ma tell you what's wrong here. The industry changing, your content strange. But I'm good, now I'm straight. I'm from the land of the 10,000 legs. I know you wish you could, but some can't. I learned from my mistakes and I done felt all the breaks. Learn to cut the grass real fast for the snakes. Learn to give a little bit more than I take. Too many times I score back, break, pump, fake. Man, I knew it was something, couldn't ignore it.
Early in the morning, wake your goat mouth ass up.
I want to send a congratulations to TZ Von, Savage, and Jay Lava for their 500th episode of Keep It P podcast. Be one to your players.
Keep it P, man. From the P Mountain itself, the Bishop John Magic Wand, chairman of the board of famous players everywhere. You dig, church.
Thank you for being there, fans coming from P. You know what I mean? So make sure you check out the Keep It P podcast. This is me telling you. P, that's me, the Ghost LOXD Block. And congratulations once again, TZ Vaughn, Savage, and Jay Lava. Love is love. Go Soldier Soul.
Jay Lava, television, network, the whole fucking 9 yards. You know what I'm saying?
Early in the morning, wake your goat mouth ass up.
For the Flyers podcast of the land, y'all. Is that what's going on here in life? Oh, there you go, bro. What's going on, sir?
Yo.
Yeah, I hear you.
Wake your goat mouth ass up.
It's the bayang. It's the bayang.
Y'all need to bang that cut the check. Don't forget what he talking about. Don't get that cut the check. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm talking about cut the check.
Oh my gosh. There goes that patented alarm, buddy. I'm here. All right, guys. Guess what? Good morning. It is the Keep It P podcast, and we take the news and situations and we show how one could have and could not have been keeping it P. And I'm always being joined by the one that is keeping it on the T. T. Did you want to introduce yourself? Like, then I might even say yay for you.
Yay!
Yay! Hashtag.
Yay!
Hashtag for the record doe.
Right.
Hashtag FTRD. TZ Von Savage in the place to be.
Yay!
Sucker MC.
You know what I'm saying?
Self-love. You might have, that's the beatbox. And that's the b-boy stance. You may have thought that was corny, but what's even more corny is if we let the culture die, y'all.
Yay!
And stop saying it ain't black people music.
Yay!
Not black stuff. We do. We have a culture. It's all right.
You know, there was somebody going around the other day. I was watching this little thing, and they was asking palm-colored people, "What's white culture?" It was funny because nobody can answer. But it's funny.
Popcorn, mayo, salad with mint leaf.
To kick it up a notch. All right, so this one is it could have easily been a PC gone wild, true indeed. But I kind of wanted to read this one just to see how how they describe it, how they go through it. Like this is probably going to be a good example of propaganda for y'all. So if y'all be like, man, what's propaganda, Jay? You always talking about propaganda. Well, I think this article is probably going to illustrate that to the fullest. It says, man who smoked a lot of crystal meth before a flight tried to breach the cockpit, then jumped out of a moving plane, said the feds. Now, my question is this. Up there at that altitude with the pressure and all of that, it's how do you open the door? It's that easy?
It is not.
I'm almost kind of smelling some fish sticks.
I believe that it was moving on the ground. That's what I believe.
B1 family. Nikki tapping in this morning. What up, Nikki? I see it's coming up with a lot of comments. I know you didn't probably mean to do that again. Maybe that's Restream. Here, let me start that over again, because she commented one time and that shit did it 50 times. And I know you didn't mean to do that. But B1, sister, for tapping in. Where you tapping in from?
Yay.
Tell me where you're tapping in from real quick before we get started.
Yay.
Make yourself family.
Yeah, go ahead and put yourself on that blood. But it says United Airlines passenger who unsuccessfully tried to break into plane's cockpit before opening the emergency cabin door and jumping off the taxiing aircraft. Okay.
See? They just had to make it sound like it was, you know what I'm saying? So it could be newsworthy, and then we're going to give you all the mayo.
A taxiing aircraft and breaking his legs in the process. New Jersey, that's what I'm talking about. B1, man.
What? Yay. Shout out Red Man, one of our biggest supporters. So shout out Red Man from the New Jersey. What's happening?
Brick City is where you get down, kid. It says that he told the federal authorities that he had purchased and smoked a lot of crystal meth in the days prior to getting on the flight, court documents show. According to the criminal complaint filed Sunday at the U.S. Court of Central District of California, Luis Antonio Victoria Dominguez.
Damn!
Luis Antonio Victoria Dominguez, 33, he even told the woman in the seat next to him on flight 5365 from LAX to Salt Lake City that he was going to jump out of the plane prior to taking off. I'm serious, Dominguez allegedly whispered to the female passenger after telling her his plans and making a break for the front of the craft. Dominguez reached the front of the plane as the aircraft began taxiing and banging on the door multiple times. He tried manipulating the door knob while saying something about getting off the aircraft. One of the flight attendants told authorities. When he failed to access the cockpit deck, Dominguez pushed the flight attendant out of his way and then turned his attention to the emergency doors. The court records indicated he pulled the lever, causing the door to open, partially deploying the emergency slide. Witnesses told federal agents a male passenger referred to as AG in the complaint grabbed Dominguez by the shirt and tried to pull him back into the aircraft. But Dominguez twisted himself free and fell out of the emergency door and onto the tarmac without coming into contact with the partial deployed slide. Wow, that meth boy. I've never heard a nice way of called breaking in. They said try to manipulate the door handle. Manipulate the door handle? That's how you say breaking in? Well, and technically then, bro, he's breaking out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, that was that was out the door. But when he tried to get into the cockpit, that's breaking in.
Yeah. Okay. Real talk.
You tried to manipulate the door, so that's breaking and entering. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
you attempted to break and enter into the cockpit.
This should all be federal. This should all be federal stuff because it happened on the plane
to the highest level.
Right. The plane's captain told federal agents that the incident amounted to a level 4 threat, which he described as huge, the biggest threat on the scale. He also said that the emergency slide was pressurized and could have been sucked into the engine. Multiple witnesses reported that Domingos was unable to stand after breaking his legs. Duh. And then tried to crawl down the tarmac away from the plane. He was arrested by officers.
No.
He was arrested by officers, the LA, the Los Angeles airport police, and transferred to the local hospital so he could be treated. Federal agents went to the hospital to follow him to do an interview the next day, who was extremely candid according to the complaint. Dominguez allegedly told agents that he traveled from Mexico to LA 3 days prior to the flight on June 22nd. He said he planned to travel to Salt Lake City but didn't have an immediate connecting flight. So instead he went on an alcohol and drug filled bender. And he went to an unknown hotel on 7th Street in downtown Las Vegas. How y'all don't know the hotel if y'all know what street it's on? He went to an unknown hotel on 7th.
No. What that means is we don't want to tell you.
Yeah, they don't want to. We don't want to put that hotel out there. They explain it for him. Yeah, homeboy was determined. I say that too, JB, for real. Cuz was more than determined. Cuz was on something. But anyway. Damn, why stop doing that, computer? All right. Anyway, it says, now this is the lie. He went to an unknown hotel on 7th Street in downtown Los Angeles near the bus station, where he drank several beers and purchased $20 of crystal methamphetamine. Nigga, $20 worth of meth ain't finna do that.
Hold on, though.
Nah, nigga, don't try to minimize what Cuz was doing.
You said a lot.
Hey,
he said a lot.
That's
you
not a
said
bender.
a lot.
That's not a bender.
Everybody said a lot.
I mean, if I knew like the prices of drugs or anything, I would say like at least a gram is $60 to $100. $20 ain't getting you a lot of meth, fam. So stop it.
Well, I don't know. Meth kind of cheap, fam. It depends which one, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It depends your quality of your whoop wop, but you can get it, they like 600 a zinger. You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't know.
So
okay, I didn't know.
It ain't like Crinat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't fully up to, you know what I'm saying? So you could get some,
Hey, so
$20 ain't a lot. It ain't like it's a bender, like he said.
Well,
like,
they actually addressed that.
To the moon.
Wait a minute, they addressed that. Wait a minute. He said several beers are $20 worth of crystal methamphetamine for an unknown individual. And in the complainant statement, he said when asked how much crystal meth he got for the $20, he said a lot. The next day, Dominguez said that he still had crystal meth and continues to smoke on it throughout the day. And he decided to book a flight to Salt Lake City for June 24th per complaint. After smoking the crystal meth, Dominguez said he missed his June 24th flight and wandered the streets until the next day he boarded the 5365 flight. So you was smoking meth and all of that, but it seemed like you was more than competent enough to book your flights and do all of that shit. So you are a competent meth smoker. And why you was on the plane wilding out then? If you was able to book flights and do all of this whole extra shit, you smoke, you get the consciousness enough to say, damn, I missed my flight, let me book another one, let me not waste that money like I just wasted it on this meth or something, let me get another flight and all that. You got all of this common sense, but now your ass, you done smoked so much and you done got on the plane and you want to jump out. I don't get it. It don't sound right.
I smell fish stick.
It don't sound right.
And he was wandering the streets. You got so much bread to just fly out and miss all these flights and all that. But you don't got bread to get another room, so you're just wandering the streets of LA.
Yeah, and that does not make any centiles. And why is my shit stuck? I got the ghost of Jay up on the screen. You just fine, but I'm gonna keep reading the rules. We'll come back. He was coming down from all the drugs he used the last couple days and immediately started to doze off. He heard the passengers seated behind him laughing and talking about the flights going to a different city than Salt Lake. Then the complaint started that he began to panic. Dominguez also allegedly told the agents that his panic attack gave him the strength to open the door and jump out of the plane. He faces 1 count of interfering with flight crew members and attendants, which carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in federal prison. That's where the bullshit come in. That's it right there. Because what they charging him with, he ain't gonna get, is they gonna make him plead to a lesser charge, and he's gonna get away scot-free to do methamphetamine antics again somewhere else off $20 worth of meth.
Sam said it was the highest level of security breach.
That's why I read this article, because this article was going to, he ain't going no, exactly, Nikki. That's what I'm talking about. He ain't going nowhere. He not going to no jail. He's finna get a slap on the wrist, probation station, no same or similar for a year, reduce the amount of flights in 5 years. Probably not even that. They probably even gonna, they ain't finna do shit to cuz.
Hold on. Is he even a citizen?
They did make it seem like he came up here illegal borderish, didn't he? Didn't they say he was traveling from like Mexico or something? And
they did say that.
Trying to get to Salt Lake.
Like, dude. So this is the homies. Oh, this how they give you the good buffer class, huh? It's the old buffer class treatment, huh?
Yeah, because dude is definitely not typical PC. He is definitely in that area, but no, I mean, you ain't hear no demonization
at all.
You ain't hear no past crime records, or you ain't hear none of that. Ain't hear.
It was just a common mistake. It was just a mistake.
I mean, he
had too much beers, too many beers. He had a little bit too much meth. He didn't know this meth dealer. If he had known him, if he had known what he was receiving, this never would have happened. He smokes meth all the time.
Oh, so what you're saying
is he usually gets it from his dealer, though.
Right. So this meth was just the meth that he wasn't used to, and it made him get a little, just a little. Was that what happened?
And if it wasn't for the passengers behind him, he was sitting there, he was asleep, he was calm, he was ready to go on with his life. But then these obnoxious passengers behind him, which were probably darkies, okay? And they kept making jokes about me being on the wrong flight, how it's not going to Salt Lake, because darkies don't go to Salt Lake. So they weren't going there. And they were on the plane, and I just got real confused, and I had to get out of there.
He said illegals, LGBT, California equals protection. Yeah, right, because they sanctuary cities. They always smoozing and cruising and giving them peoples the benefit of the doubt. I don't know if y'all know, well, maybe you know because you're in California, but for y'all that don't know in California, if your black ass get pulled over without no insurance or for a traffic violation, they taking your shit. If an illegal alien get pulled over for a traffic violation, they're not gonna take their car due to a hardship. I'll say that again. Due to a hardship, meaning that it would be a hardship and it would make it tough for those guys to survive without their vehicles. So we don't want even if they get into an accident or do major traffic violations or roll around without registration or a license or insurance because they're not from here, we can't take their car. That would be hard on them. But your black ass going to the impound though, and you're going to jail and the impound.
Maybe if you took their whip, they wouldn't be rolling around without the proper things that they're supposed to have. Just give them the darky treatment.
I agree. Hashtag keep that same energy on all levels. Well, listen, y'all can't see me, but I can see you. Well, actually, I can't see you.
Yay.
Look, actually, I cannot see you. But there's 4 words that we leave you with right after you get up out of the description section, checking out the crypto and the stock and the discounts that we have available for those viewers and listeners. But the 4 words goes:
love, peace, blessings, and aloha.
Y'all can't see it, but I got spirit fingers and I'm going, wah. Take the commercial, man.
Look, I don't play with
Y'all
this
can't see
shit.
it, but believe me,
You
I'm doing
don't
it.
even know what I gave to this shit. Self-made with this shit. I slay with this shit. Been a lot of roads I done paved with this shit. Look. See, I don't play with this.
Hey, Riri. Hey, Rihanna. Hey, girl, how you doing? I'm into you like Trump's in the Putin. I know that might sound a little confusing. I had to say it for my own amusement. What I'm trying to say is, can we go cruising? Top down, blow some good gas, and listen to Blueprint. Birdies, taking flight, change your life in one night. By 2 a.m. if you do it right. Up late like nigga night. Small fish, big appetite. Get an extra 4 if you whip it right. Got good gas and it's light bright. Got big balls and a good pipe. One call and it's night.
Shawty bang my line. You can holler at me later. Shawty bang my line. Shawty bang my line. Bang my line. You can holler at me later. Shawty bang my line. You can catch me on the book or DM me at IG. Consider me in bring it back, 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 back. Bring it back, 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 back. Bring it back, back, back. I bring it back like it's to the premises. I bring it back like it's stolen from my nemesis. I bring it back on the store. Around me, almost drown me. It astounds me like the level of deceit. When your people try to play you like somebody in the street. Like even when you praise him and you try to see him eat. Not to mention all the shit you did to get him on his feet. Kid of thoughts, 10,000 legs. I know you wish you could, but some can't. I learned from my mistakes and I done felt all the breaks. Learn to cut the grass real fast for the snakes. Learn to give a little bit more than I take. Too many times I score back, break, pump, fake. I got the PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, Chime. Hope you got yours, cause I got mine. I'm talking Payoneer, Net Spin, Venmo, Stash. Too many ways for you to run my cash.